Hey everyone, MetaZoo family here. So parents, your kids tell you they want to start playing MetaZoo, and you ask yourself, now what? How do I get started? Well, that's what this video is here for. So MetaZoo's got a lot of different product that can help you out starting off. So we're going to go through a couple of the basic products here. So these are what's called spell books. Every edition MetaZoo has released a spell book. And in my opinion, the spell book is the best way to get your kids started on MetaZoo if you guys have absolutely nothing to start with. So this is a spell book from Cryptid Nation, second edition. This is a Nightfall. So these are starting to get a little bit dated right now at the filming of this video. UFO is currently out and Seance is about to come out. That's October 2022. So Seance will have the spell books available in the stores pretty soon, probably in the next week or so. And UFO spell books are readily available and have come down in price a little bit. So first of all, that's what I would do. I would look for a spell book that maybe has been out for a little while. It's not, if it's the current edition, maybe wait a month or a couple weeks, and then as the price starts to drop, they're typically about $50 when they first come out, and they'll go down to maybe like, I've seen them as cheap as $28 sometimes in stores. eBay's got all different kind of prices, of course. So you could probably get around 30 bucks. And the reason I say to go with a spell book, so if you look at MetaZoo products, they're really great with labeling everything. This box, when you open it up, you get 10 booster packs. And let me see if I have a booster pack here. So this is your, this is your booster pack, like you'd get just like from Pokemon or Magic the Gathering or any kind of trading card game. So you get 10 booster packs in this one. You get one sealed holographic promo card, which is the card kind of like this. And typically when you're starting out, you kind of build your deck around these cards because these are usually really good cards. Then you get a coin. MetaZoo always has coins. In my little bag here, you can kind of see I got a coin. Got all different kind of coins in here. And they're helpful because you got to flip for a lot of cards for their abilities. Then you get a rule book. You're definitely going to need a rule book. This is another reason why these are really great. It'll help you start teaching your kids how to play the game. And the rules can be pretty simple. They can get complicated, but you don't have to use all the complicated rules. Like trap cards, we don't play trap cards in my house with my kids. My kids are 5 and 9, and it tends to get a little bit too complicated. Then you get 60 MetaZoo sleeves, and that is awesome because, so this is just a plain sleeve. That's all it is. You just slide your card in, open it up the top, slide the card in, and it protects your card. Because what happens is when kids are playing with cards, first of all, they're going to get all bent up. Second of all, they might get a little wet. Their hands might be greasy because they're eating chips or something when they're playing. So the sleeves help protect the cards and make the cards last longer. Then you get a play mat, which I don't have one out right now, but that's helpful. The play mats have designs on them that show you where to put like your aura, where to put your Terra, where to put all your different cards on the side here, like where to put your deck when you start out. Those are really useful. And then a token sheet, and the token sheet gives you these little cardboard things to pop out, kind of like this. And like this is, if your guy has an ability, your card to put another card to sleep, then that's the sleep one, and it marks the card. This is a frozen one. This is burrow, I believe. So it has a little punch sheet with these little cardboard cards on it, and it's really cool. These are really nice to have. They're helpful in the game for the kids. So that's my advice, to get one of these spell books. I'll crack one open real quick. Just to show you what's in here. And there's a lot of videos out there that show spell books, but I figured I'll just show you. So this one, here's your play mat we were just talking about. So this is what got me into MetaZoo, when I saw this map and it showed all the real cryptids that are out there, and I recognize some of them. I live up in New England, so there's a lot of creepy New England cryptids up here. I thought that was awesome. And then here's the play mat. You can see, you put your deck here. It's called a spell book. This is a side deck. This is if you're playing multiple games. You can keep cards out and then add them in later on. Like if right now you're playing fire, and then your next opponent is playing ice, maybe you have cards your first game that are more specified towards playing against fire, so you would have those cards in your spell book. And in the next game, when you're playing somebody who has the an ice deck, you would pull out your special cards in the side deck that are good against those kind of cards and pop that in your spell book, and take the ones that are good against fire, and put them out and put them in your side deck. Then over here, Limbo, Cemetery, Afterlife. This is when your cards die, they all go into these different categories, and your rule book can explain what all that is. And then up here at the top, this is where you would put your Terra, and then we usually line our aura up right underneath it, and then all of our creatures we're playing, or our beasties, would go kind of just right here in this play area. So the mat is really cool. This is a big old chunk of aura, and this is basically the energy you need in the game to get your beasties working, or your spells working, or any kind of card you want to action. So it's nice getting this big chunk of aura, because otherwise you only get, in a booster pack, you only get like 1 to 2 aura, and then you usually get 1 Terra. So starting off with this and getting this big chunk of aura is really useful. Then you get a nifty little card. It's just kind of a promo card. It's really not useful in the game, but I would put this in a sleeve, and then maybe get a little binder for the kids, and for their special cards that are worth a little bit of money. This one's probably a couple bucks. Just pop that in their binder for them. Here's your rule book. This rule book says Cryptid Nation on it, because that's the edition this came out of. If you buy a Seance, a UFO, Wilderness, the bottom here is going to tell you which rule book you're playing. So this is an older rule book. Right now, the most current one is UFO, and we would be, if we were playing a game tonight, we'd be trying to use the UFO rules instead of these older rules. Then here's all the booster packs you get. Super awesome. These are fun to open. And then here's your sleeves we were talking about. Nice 60 of those. And then here's the punch cards, and you get your coin. So that's why I suggest for parents starting off in this, to get this for your kids. This is a great way to start it off. The second thing I would suggest on doing, if you don't get that, MetaZoo's got release event boxes. So this is different kind of release events you can see here. And these are kind of blind bags. So on the side, it shows you the different kind of sets you can get. So like this is a light set, this is ice. I think that's dark. But you don't know what you're going to get in this. You can get one of these 5 decks in here to play with. So it's kind of a shot in the dark. And then you can see here, you get 39 cards, you get a sealed hollow promo, 1 rule book. Again, the rule book is key. That's why these are nice. And you get 3 booster packs in. This is a UFO release box. So this one, you get 3 of those. This one is a Cryptid Nation 2nd edition. And again, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different possibilities you can get. And 39 cards, sealed hollow, rule book, 3 booster packs. And same thing here. 30. So this is a Wilderness. Again, 5 different decks you could possibly get, blind bag, and you get the same amount of stuff. So these are cool. These are like anywhere from 17 to, I've seen them as cheap as 11 bucks sometimes on sale. So if your kids don't have a specific color or type of card they want to play, like fire, ice, etc., then these could be fun. They whatever they get in there, that's what they're going to start out with. But right out of the box, they can start playing for as little as probably, let's say, like on average 13 bucks. Then these are examples of kind of pre-made decks for each. Oh, my son's here. Hello, Joseph. So these are pre-made decks. So let's say your kid says, hey, I want to play flame or fire. So this is an example of a UFO one. This is one of the newest ones. We haven't opened it yet. So in here are only flame cards. And you get 40 cards, a sealed hollow promo. Again, that's going to be one of the fancier, stronger cards, like this guy. And you're probably going to build the deck is probably built around that card. Then you get a rule book, get some booster packs. And I think there's a coin in there too. I can't read that one. Let's open this one up. So if your kid, again, if they know kind of what they want to play, they say, hey, I want to try the flame, the fire cards look really cool. So you grab them a box like this that's just the flame stuff, and then they get started on the flame deck. And then they can just add to it when they buy booster packs, or if you get them like a spell book in addition. I'm having some trouble opening this here. MetaZoo, they got really good plastic here for the wrapping, as you can see. And it's cool. And this is how you know it's real MetaZoo, by the way, online. See how it's got the MetaZoo print on it? Okay. So, yep, 40 pages, sealed hollow, promo card, a metal coin, rule book, and 1 booster pack. So it's a nice little way to get started. And again, these are pretty cheap. These average like anywhere from $15 to $11 I've seen these for. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little, not really less than 11 bucks. You can get them on eBay, you can get them on, go to your local gaming store. That's where I buy everything from. I've only bought maybe some loose cards on eBay, to be honest with you. You could do, so you got these. These are a nice way to start too. These would be, I would say, would be the 3rd best option though, personally. And then the 4th option would be just to buy a bunch of boosters. But the problem is, again, you're not going to get a lot of the right aura. So they're going to have like a mishmash of cards. They're going to have to try and build the deck, and you need to buy a whole bunch of these in order to start playing. I would say you probably need at least 8 to 10 easily to start, to make sure you have enough kind of random aura that you're looking for, enough of the correct Terra. You could do it. You could start out buying just a bunch of these packs, but I would really advise against it. I would suggest, again, going with spending a little bit more on a spell book, maybe one again that's slightly discounted, that's been out for a little while, or I would go with one of these pre-built decks and let the kids decide which color or type they want to play. Like, this is a rock, this is electric, this is flame, forest, this is another forest one. See, this is a wilderness edition, that's a UFO edition. This is a wilderness water. Let's see, what else do I have here? Oh, there we go. So I got Cryptid Nation 2nd edition flame, Cryptid Nation 2nd edition forest. These haven't been opened yet. We'll probably make a couple more videos, open all this stuff up. So I would probably go with the spellbook, 1. Go with one of these, number 2, and then number 3 would be the release events. Again, these are blind bags. That's why these are number 3, because you really don't know what you're getting in them. However, these cards that you do get, these hollow cards that are a picture on the side here, you can really only get in these boxes, and they're pretty rare. So if your kids want to start collecting it, and not just playing the game, these are good for collectible purposes, because that's why I buy them, to try and grab these cards out of it. And then we usually, hopefully we'll get 2 of each. We'll put 1 in our binder, and then we'll put 1 in our deck. So that's it. That's my advice. Go for the spell book. Second, go for one of these pre-built decks, and number 3, go for the release event box. And number 4, if you're brave, go for a whole bunch of booster packs. And that's it for this video. I hope you find it helpful. I had to learn my way through all this. We started out and we didn't know anything about MetaZoo, so we just started buying random packs. We did the booster pack thing first, and then we bought these. And I let the kids decide, hey, what color or type do you want? And then we bought the appropriate pre-built deck for that, and then added in our booster stuff, and then we started buying the spell books and everything else after that. So don't make my mistake. Don't buy boosters first. Go with one of these other products first. All right, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.